Okay, you guys, so continuing my little series here this month on breaking down the Q&A between TFW 2005 and Hasbro that happened during San Diego Comic-Con just a few short weeks ago at the time of this recording. So we have 3 question and answers here that I want to go over in this video, discuss, speculate, and theorize on, as always here on the channel. So sit on back, grab a snack, and listen to me ramble. So first question and answer here is, and I quote, TFW asks, can you tell us how you've been able to correct the yellowing issues that have occurred and what the process was in going back and forth with the factories? And Evan from Hasbro answered with, I can talk about it a little bit. It is something that we are trying to prevent, and if you do experience anything, please contact Hasbro Consumer Care. Actually, that's probably all I can say on that. So kind of an interesting answer here with the words he's using. It seems like he can't really talk much about this, which is kind of odd. You would think Hasbro, I'm not talking about Evan, I'm just talking like in general with Hasbro, people above Evan. You would think they would want to let these designers sort of say more on what's going on with the product that consumers are loyally buying and giving money to Hasbro and supporting their corporation over the last 6 years, 5-6 years since this yellowing issue has been occurring. So yeah, this is kind of odd to me, but I don't know. Hopefully it's something that is solved, because I don't think there's been any recent yellowing problems reported within the last, let's say, a year or two. I could be wrong on that. There might be a figure I'm forgetting. Let me know in the comments, guys, that's happened this year or last year or the year before. But it seems like they have found a solution to it. But I don't know, with this answer here, it seems like they're still trying to figure something out exactly as to what's going on here, which is kind of insane. Like, you would think it would be something that would be an easy fix, because, you know, figures aren't supposed to be yellowing days or months out of packaging. Oh, I just remembered, there was a recent yellowing problem. HasLab Ultra Magnus, there were reports of him with yellowed white parts right out of the packaging for some people. So yeah, it's still going on this year, which is absolutely insane to me that it happened even on a limited HasLab $250 release. It's absolutely ridiculous to me. So hopefully they find a solution quick, man. I don't know what's going on here. It's kind of odd, you know, a figure is not supposed to be yellowing a few hours or right out of the box or days or months out of, playing with it and everything and buying it. This is supposed to be happening years after you have the figure. Like, usually this stuff happens 5, 10, 15 years after having a white figure. It's not supposed to be days or months. And, it's ridiculous. But we're going to have to wait and see on what actually happens with this, because it still seems like they're trying to figure out a solution given this answer here. So I'm going to remain hopeful, but it's been so long now. I don't know if they're ever going to find a solution as to what's going on here, which is really odd. You would think they would find something in the factories and remove it, but I don't know what's going on over at Hasbro the last few years. Now, for this next question and answer here, TFW asks, people often talk about redos for certain characters. Are there any you think don't need one at this point, ones that you've been asked a lot about? And Evan from Hasbro answers with, oh, that is a good question. I'm trying to think of what's come up recently. So people have asked about, like, Sunstreaker, I think, but I do think that the Earthrise Sunstreaker is pretty good. Please please redo Sunstreaker. I think that's a fantastic figure. I'll be honest, more often than not, everybody gets asked to be redone. At some point, even stuff that we just announced is asked to get redone. Good God. So at some point in the future, everybody will get redone, as anybody that has been buying Transformers knows. Usually in about a decade, a new version of that character will exist. So if they're waiting for the next iteration of that character, just be patient and it'll come eventually. So a couple interesting things to kind of break down here with this answer. So we kind of get an official word on the sweet spot for characters to get remade within the collector line. It's about 10 years. We kind of figured this over the last 10, 15 years since this line started, but it kind of varies between characters. Like, sometimes it's just a few years, and it's not even for, like, A-listers. Sometimes you get a figure redone before the 10 years. Like, Rat Trap and Rhinox, they got a figure in 2014, but they got redone in 2021. That was, 7 years? 7-8 years after? So it really depends on the character and just what the plans are for Hasbro and the mainline collectors. So I don't know. 10 years, it just depends on the character to me. But it is cool that we kind of have an official word on what Hasbro considers the sweet spot to get a character redone that they've already done previously. And the whole Sunstreaker thing that he answers with here, don't we have a listing for an 86 Sunstreaker coming out, I think, next year? I don't know, guys. We've had so many listings, news, leaks over the last year. It is so hard to remember and keep track as a channel that covers so much between the movies, the cartoons, the comics, the toys, the leaks, the listings, the news. It just gets to be so much to remember. So I'm pretty sure we do have an 86 Sunstreaker listing for next year, but let me know in the comments, guys. So he's probably hinting at us getting a new Sunstreaker here in a sort of like not so confirming way. He's like putting it out there, but he's not saying it, you know. So I think this is confirmation here that 86 Sunstreaker listing is real. So, but you know, giving Sunstreaker as a example here is kind of odd because that Earthrise Sunstreaker figure is so awful. The proportions, the look of the robot, I get it. It's more of like a toy accurate look for him. But at this point, people want that cartoon accuracy. They want that sweet, sweet 86 movie subline engineering. Nobody wants the toy accurate crap or the old generation's engineering from 5 years ago. So I'm glad we're definitely getting a new Sunstreaker. And then the last question and answer that I wanted to cover here is, TFW asks, so the primes themselves are very much known for their artifacts. Are there any plans for possibly more accessory packs, like the Centurion Weaponizer pack, and other things that might incorporate things people might want to see? And Evan from Hasbro answers with yes. That's all I'm going to say is yes. Look out for that in the future. So this is cool. We're getting an Age of the Primes Weaponizer pack for the 13 primes themselves. Now, I don't know what this could entail. I'd have to dig deeper into the mythos on like TF Wiki and stuff to look through some artifacts that these prime characters are still missing that they've had before in stories and iterations previously. So maybe I'll do a follow-up video to this answer that Evan here gave, like talking about, let's say, I don't know, 5 to 10 weapons or artifacts that the 13 primes from Age of the Primes could come with in a weaponizer pack that Evan basically confirmed here is coming. I'd say this pack could be coming next year, but I don't know, it could be later on this year. We really just got to wait and see. But it's interesting that he confirmed this outright, that something like this is coming, which is pretty exciting. You know, I think we do need more weaponizer packs or accessory packs like this in the Transformers line. I think in general Hasbro needs to do this, whether it's for Transformers, Black Series, Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe Classified, because, you know, collectors, they want those options. They want extra accessories, blast effects, especially since toy photography and stop motions are such a big part of the community the last 10 or so years. It would make sense that Hasbro would just delve into this side of the collector sphere just a bit more. So I'm really excited to see what this pack is going to involve here with the 13 primes. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it that I wanted to cover for this video. At least I think I have like 4 to 5 more videos about this Q&A here. So stay tuned for those this month. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments below. How do y'all feel about these answers that Evan gave here? And yeah, thank y'all for watching this video. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye.